dilapidated and in need of repair. And the nobility or the common area, the marketplace, is seemingly the same. Um, Lady Violet turned out to be a user of the chicane, which is very strange. But in fact, it is her power that creates the magic shield that keeps the magical creatures out. You were told a story when you first came about um, being attacked and the Inquisition being unable to help as Lady Violet tried to seize power. Um, they were attacked by a mighty winged creature that seemed to be magical in origin. Absolutely massive. This creature seemed to have no regard for life and would just pick people up and carry them away and was insatiable. And it wasn't until Lady Violet used her power to create the shield and kick the Inquisition out for being rather unhelpful that everything seemed to settle down. But that's not the only strange thing that has changed. The magical shield is incredibly helpful and keeps magical creatures out. Uh, However, there are magical creatures that are allowed inside regularly. These creatures being the Egg Snatcher clan of the goblins that have taken up residence nearby. These goblins have been slowly, meticulously given a little bit more trust at a time, and they have proved invaluable in being a courier service delivering messages to the front lines from Vigo. They have also even enlisted to help fight with the Roughnecks on the front lines themselves. And to talk to the Roughnecks, they're not exactly the best warriors, but neither are the Roughnecks. So, an uneasy truce between them, seeing as though their leader is missing. And of course, being the intrepid Series 6, you are never short of goblins that ask you how their leader is doing, of which you have avoided the question for the most part. The fighting has been hard on the Roughnecks, even though the goblins are there to help. The fighting continues to push them back farther and farther into their own turf. However, Dale is optimistic, and he has had you for the last 3 weeks doing small, odd jobs, nothing worth noting, carrying things here and there. Um, and uh, interestingly, uh, there was a package that arrived at Quincy's labeled JC, addressed to Don for assistance in Vigo. This package was weapons and part of the black powder helped recovered from the ship with Captain Windrunner. This allowed Dale to move forward with some of his plans, and Dale now actively seeks to push into Cave Call. While Songcraft does not work at all, I don't know why. Why it's doing this?
Speaking of not working out, of course, we're not professionals. The first 5 minutes had no sound at all. So everything after your narrator speech has sound.
At least the narrator's speech was there.
No, everything after the narrator speech.
Wow.
Like after the top hat. I opened up the stream and Shane said no sound. I said, oh no.
Oh boy.
We're not
I'm gonna
professionals.
open up a tab. I'm gonna open up a tab and put Joe stream on.
Um. Well, I'm gonna finish setting up the scene, and then perhaps I will go back to the narration, although it has lost all of its narrative weight now. Thank you, Joseph. Um.
The players got it.
It's not two of them.
So,
Should've
so,
been here.
okay. Um, you all use the time as a much deserved break. However, Johnny and Falco both had work to do. And while Uriah, Bazek, and Don had their own schemes that they were up against, uh, Bazek disappearing for several weeks. Um, did I say it was 3 weeks later? I meant to delete that. It was several weeks later. It's not 3 weeks. It's several weeks. I am sorry. Um, the Bazak disappeared for about 3 weeks. I got that confused. Um, and with Don and Uriah being people, um, we can leave that up to them what they have done over the last several weeks. However, Johnny still getting used to being one-handed. Still don't know why Suncraft isn't working. What is going on here? Let's try this again. Wow. I got absolutely nothing.
It's not working at all.
There we go.
Oh, there you go.
I had to disconnect it and bring it back. Okay. Dear Lord, everything is going wrong. This is why.
Oh no!
This is why
went
you don't take a
wrong.
break for song. Oh no, it all went wrong. Johnny's still getting used to being one-handed. We're tirelessly training to better compensate for that limitation. Falco, having pushed off his own mission for what he considered far too long, made his way to the forests and tracked the Ankylosaurus to a nearby grove. Now, this grove seemed to be out of the way. Falco felt that it was safe for now, and this had been just in the last few days. So when Falco arrives back in Vigo, he arrives to get the band back together to try to go after the Ankylosaurus once again. Don, what you been doing for the last couple of weeks? And as we cut into the Quincy's Tavern, where do we find you?
I would definitely say helping Pebble Arm with the tavern when needed. So now serving, taking plates, moving food, grabbing drinks if needed, things like that.
You're far too ambitious. There's only one customer.
Oh, I'm just trying to,
Sitting there drumming his sausage fingers, big thick dwarven frame on the table, just kind of grumpily looking at the one person. It's about 10 o'clock in the morning.
one person.
Are you gonna eat? Person just kind of lumbers into the back.
One person's one person, Pebble. And then he'd just kind of clean up, make everything look good. Keep that going.
Alright. As you work around the tavern, making sure everything is tidy, ready for the boss at all times, Uriah, where do we find you?
I'm gonna say Vigo got a library.
There's a library in the mansion, the noble's mansion inside the Duke's mansion, I should say. There's a small library there.
And Alright, so I want to be in the library trying to figure out what I can about the bald-headed man that straight up mollywopped me.
Mm-hmm. So the library is in that you spend your time there over you spent your time there over the last few weeks. The information in Vigo, this is not the massive library of Almara. This is not
Right.
the Elven library up in Tir Valoran. This is Vigo. So there's not a lot of uh, there's not a lot of information here when it comes to the chicane. However, there is information on Huxley's as a minor lord, basically a knight, passed down lineage, passed down, which is how your father came to own the land of the farm. He was a soldier. He was a knight, just like his father before him, and his father before him, and one day you.
Wow. Big war. Interesting.
And you always knew that your father was military man, and you kind of figured, he owned the land, but he wouldn't talk. He never talked about being a knight. That's new. Your time in the library is spent with Molly, who enjoys some peace and quiet, who has enjoyed some peace and quiet after a terrible ordeal. And she is surrounded by books on engineering, crafting, invention, and clockwork mechanisms. She speaks to the resident gnome in Vigo quite often. I don't remember her name, but I'm sure Joe does.
Thunder something.
Yes, I will have to look it up. She speaks to her quite regularly, and brings her in and is actually reading books that are scribbles and part common, part gnomish, from from this gnomish woman as well. This is what interests her. This is how she spent her time. Most of the time in the in this small room with probably, I don't know, probably 1,000 books. It's like there's not a whole lot. Most of the time spent here is fairly quiet. But every once in a while, someone will come and check on you. It is Thunderclap. Her name is Thunderclap. She makes fireworks. Every once in a while, someone will come in and check on you. And it's at this time you finding more information about knighthood and about your family lineage. There is a knock on the door, and peering in is Lady Violet. How y'all doing?
Sort of just I'm learning, but kind of confused at the same time. But I think I'm working through it.
Well, is there anything I can help you with?
Well, I'm reading up on my farm and like my name, and like I always knew that my dad was a soldier, and that's how we got the farm. But according to these books, he says we were like knights.
It's possible if he owned the land, then yeah, he'd been a knight. I've never heard of him, but then again, I don't have any business in the Glorane Peaks. But I might be able to put you in contact with someone who would. Maybe a lord over there would know more.
That would be super helpful.
I mean, you could just go to the magistrate in Newsham and just go to the source, and they'd have all the information you need. But I figure you're probably not too eager to do something like that.
Yeah, never really thought of that.
Yeah, she
Okay.
kind of blusters a little bit. You see this woman who is middle age. She has weathered skin, raven black hair tied up behind her that kind of just cascades down as a ponytail. She is wearing a lavender dress with gold trimming, um, and she is extremely well put together. Um, she is stylish, you would say. You could describe her in one word. She is very stylish.
Okay. Is Molly still here, or is she out with the gnome?
She is there in the library. She's kind of in her own little world right now. She didn't even hear her mother come in.
Alright, I'll just look over at Molly and be like, Molly, your mother's here? Kind of tap her on the shoulder if she's like doesn't respond.
You tap her and she kind of jumps a little bit. she, oh, sorry. Uh, oh, um, I'm fine. Kind of looks nervously at her mom and then at you, both of which are looking at her. And there it goes. What do you do? Balls in your court.
Great question. Uh, um, how long has it been since she's been out of a coma?
Who?
Lady
Um,
Violet.
it's been several weeks. It's been a couple months, actually.
Okay. Um, I just missing. So we're both looking at Lady Violet, right?
You're both looking at Molly. You and Lady Violet are both kind of
Oh.
looking at Molly. Molly is kind of like a book, kind of looking up at you, like, I'm fine.
Um, I don't know. You all right, Molly?
Kind of just nods. After a moment of just kind of looking at both of you, she kind of looks back to her book, and Lady Violet kind of smiles. Give me a perception check.
Perception.
First roll, baby.
First roll is a 23.
You can see a very worried look behind her smile as she smiles, and I'll have some drinks brought in, and if you're thirsty. I'm sorry, that's not her. I'll have some drinks brought in if you're thirsty. Perhaps something to eat.
I could drink. And yeah, I could drink. Don't worry. Does she know about like Molly's like?
It's been several weeks, so I mean, we can assume that you guys told her.
Okay.
At least
I'll be
she probably knows about it, doesn't understand it, but then
Right.
again, you guys don't either.
Right. All right. So I'll be like, I would love a drink, and don't worry, I'm looking into it, and I just kind of nod toward Molly.
Molly is totally oblivious, and you see her mother kind of, again, hesitant, gives her this worried look, and then steps out of the door. In the last few weeks, Lady Violet has been unlike any other nobility that you've come across. Even Lord Decare, who was very accommodating to you. Lady Violet has. You saved her daughter. She is incredibly thankful. And she has allowed you pretty much to come and go into the mansion, as long as you ask first. But
Right.
you pretty much can come in and utilize it. She's given you access to the library, to the grounds, anything that she needs. In fact, as she turns to go, she kind of stops and she goes, Uriah, could you get your friends together? I'd like to talk to them this evening if I could.
At the mansion?
Yeah, just here is fine. That's just fine.
All right. This evening?
Yeah. Just I haven't properly thanked y'all. I mean, I've probably thanked y'all again and again, and I feel like I should do something for you, and so just come this evening. I have something I would like to talk to you about.
Yes, ma'am.
She turns and leaves. As she turns and leaves, you kind of crack your knuckles. Are you going back to studying?
What time is it now?
Mid-morning.
Mid-morning.
Probably starting to be like in the afternoon, so like 10 or 11.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and I'll probably put my book up and then go and start searching for them, figure out what they are, let them know.
Okay. As Uriah leaves the mansion, Johnny, can you having technical difficulties there?
No, I'm entertaining.
Ah,
It's
okay.
fine.
I'm good.
Um,
I got one screen that's playing something else, and I'm trying to get the volume back to it now that I got the volume away from it.
all right. So Johnny, we're gonna pick up with you. Actually, we're gonna pick up with you like this.
Oh boy.
Bloody beaten
You're
on the
on 1
ground,
HP.
a body standing over him. What do you do,
You're
Johnny?
on 1 HP.
Yeah,
Your other
see,
arm is gone.
you dropped.
Some of
Your
your
legs were cut off. Your arms were cut off. Your ears were cut off.
Um,
And I'm holding Uriah's head in my arm.
there is a sharp pain that pierces your jaw. You hear a crack. Something comes loose. You are tumbling, falling, and then into the mud.
Uh,
You're dazed, and as you get up, and he goes, as you get up, you hear a voice, son, you better learn how to defend. You ain't got that hand anymore.
sparring with Dale, are we? Well, I seem to be doing pretty well. Spit out the tooth.
I'm not the one who says the guy with his face half covered in the mud.
Mud's just a little bit of a camouflage. You got to use your elements to your advantage. You know
As
that.
you're talking, he's going to take a turn because you're using basically your turn to talk. He's gonna roll an attack. Hold on just a second. Let me pull up his stats real quick. This will take 2 seconds.
Those muds that count.
Boom! Mink, mink!
Me. Surprise attack. Pocket mud.
Does a 24 hit you?
Yep.
All right. So he doesn't hit you hard enough to do damage. He's doing like non-lethal. He's pulling his punches, but he kicks you as you're trying to get up and back down into the mud. We gonna talk or we gonna fight?
Grabs a handful of mud and throws it at him.
Roll an improvised weapon attack.
Pockets in.
Gotta
Love
look
it.
that up real quick. 13, got it. 29.
29 hits. I'm gonna say for this, he is considered blinded.
Dang.
As soon as he does that, Johnny's gonna run at him and put him in the infamous grapple for his last move.
Put me back.
You're
put
gonna
me
try to
back.
grapple. All right. So go ahead and my.
Yep, I know.
Why
Screen is
I oughta.
I know how to grapple.
Why? Yeah, yada. That's perfect. That's perfect.
18.
I am what I am. 18 is against his athletics DC, correct? Oh
don't
boy.
know. I don't know what it goes
We have
against.
we
Yes,
have a new
it goes.
logger.
It goes against his athletics DC. I'm pretty sure.
A dogger.
It's just
That's,
Bogger. Don't worry
My
about him.
my athletics against their fortitude.
Fortitude. Oh, thank God. Oh no. Uh. What was the?
He's dead.
What was the?
18.
18. Yeah, no, that fails. Nearly. I say nearly critical fails, but it just fails.
What is this for?
So as you come to grab him as he's he's blinded. Blind doesn't do anything to fortitude.
I think that's just perception.
Yeah, it's just perception. You can't detect anything vision. Perception checks. You're immune to all physical.
Breathe air.
We'll see.
Okay.
I already threw the mud, so I had to take a negative to that.
You
That's
should
why
better
it was
yourself
lower.
now.
Okay.
That
So as you come at him, and he just kind of like comes down. As he comes down, it kind of knocks back your grapple. It is now his turn. He is going to spend an action. I'm gonna say he spends 2 actions, kind of like wiping his eyes. How do I make that work?
It works.
I won't it off myself with my
Manipulate. It's a manipulate action, so it'll be 1 action to wipe his eyes. And then as he kind of gets it out, no longer blinded, he looks up at you and he's gonna roll an attack. Oh God, no. Does a 19 hit you?
No.
All right, and then he is going to as he comes at you, he comes at you with not really a punch, but kind of like a open-handed, like almost like a slap, and you kind of deflect it away. As you deflect it away, you plant your foot, and you can feel your foot slide a bit in the mud. He goes ahead and tries again. Does a 29 hit you?
Yes.
You rolled really well.
What the heck?
So again, he's not really doing damage for this. He kind of, as you deflect with your right hand, there it goes. Why?
Your mother.
My brother gone.
We'll go this one, yeah. So as you deflect with your right hand, you go up to deflect instinctively with your left, and you don't have your hand, so it's just a stump, and he just kind of whacks out of the way and bam, hits you again. Again, not enough to really deal damage. We're just kind of going by hits here. And at this point, when he hits you in your jaw, he kind of, what the hell are you made of, boy? Your turn.
I'm a little tougher than I look. Seeing as how he's so close, I'm gonna go for a knockdown.
This is why you don't punch
All
no
right.
were shark.
Which is just a regular strike. Go back up to my weapons, fist. Let's switch out a dice. 29.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So-
29 hits.
29 is the attack, and then with knockdown, I got a nope. Athletics check to trip against. Trip is
Against their
your
fortitude.
reflex.
Reflex. Okay.
Reflex.
All right. Go ahead and roll athletics. That's gonna be a hard one.
Who? Not sure. 34. Natural 19.
A 34, believe it or not, does succeed.
So after he
34.
jacks me in the jaw, I kind of grab his hand and trip him and push him back into the mud. And when he lands in his back, I'm like, you can either stay there or you can get up. And I'm just gonna hold.
You still have you have him grappled, or I thought you just tripped him.
No, it's a knockdown.
So knockdown,
Knockdown was a hit, and then
and
you
then he
trip
tripped.
him.
Okay.
Yes, it's two actions. So the third action, I'm basically, after he hits me in the jaw, as he hits me in the jaw and he pulls his hand back, I just kind of not grab him, but kind of put my arms into him, and as I do, I kick his feet out from him and knock him back into the mud.
Cool.
And then I
What do you
step
do?
back and I'm like, you gonna just lay there in the mud, or you gonna get up and we gonna do this?
He so you're not gonna use your last action. You're just doing
Nope.
knockdown. Okay.
Yep.
He uses his first action to struggle to his feet.
Attack of
as-
opportunity.
Oh boy! All right, let's do it.
Get back down. 23.
23 misses, just misses. As you come up, as he's getting to his feet, you come up trying to get him just with an attack of opportunity there. Get him as he's coming up, and he sees you coming, and he just kind of slides away from it in the mud. As he slides to the side, it is now his turn. He's going to go ahead and make a strike. He is going to make an intimidating strike on you. 21 hit you? You rolled real
No.
bad. As he comes in, he kind of roars. And he kind of puts his shoulder, and as he kind of puts your shoulder into it, you kind of go with the momentum, and it doesn't, he slips a little bit in the mud. You slip a little bit in the mud. It doesn't really do anything. He turns around, and he's going to just do a regular attack again. 22?
No.
As he comes, boom, again, as he punches at you, he slips, the mud getting more, as you guys are kind of doing this dance, getting more and more slippery, and there's less ground to kind of hold on to. In fact, at this point in the mud, both of you become flat-footed.
Put that condition in real quick. Yay. Love flat-footed. Johnny hears him yell, and he misses him, and he misses him again. He's like, oh, so that's the game you want to play. I have the same game. Intimidating strike right back.
Let's do it.
Fist is the easiest one. It's 15. Come on, I gotta remember this. Dang, nope, it's not gonna hit. It's 23.
23 hits. He's flat-footed.
23 hits.
He's
Cool.
flat-footed.
So as Johnny says that, oh, you want to play that? You see his eyes. He sees his eyes go black. Johnny has now figured out how to control that, or at least that aspect. His eyes go black, and he jacks him in the jaw.
Boom! As you hit him in the jaw, you hear something crack, and and as he spins around, just it goes down to the ground. Like he goes down. Like you hit him good. He doesn't fall over, but as he spins kind of in the mud, tries to get his bearings, and it is an intimidating strike. So he is now frightened 1.
Right.
Scaring the piss out of Dale, Johnny. What the heck?
And with my last action, what do I want to do? I'm not used to just fighting hands-on.
The emote on him.
Emote on him.
Performance check a dance.
I'm gonna do. Shoot, I can't do that. That's the opening.
Do the stinky leg on him.
Just give me a sec.
You noticed before, this might inform your thing, so I have to tell you this. You notice as you crack him, and he spins around, you notice he kind of holds his jaw a little bit and he goes, "Good one. Remember, I've seen some shit too." He has bravery,
eyes
which
just
means
go.
every time that he is given the frightened condition, he reduces its value by 1.
I go into a even though I don't have the weapon, you see Johnny go, alrighty. And you see him go into his dueling parry stance where he puts the left arm forward and brings the arm back, right arm
Hey,
back. And even
T-Zoomer,
though he
thank you for
doesn't
the
have
follow,
a
man.
weapon, because
Hope
Is
you
there
enjoy the stream.
requirements to have a weapon?
No.
Well,
Yes. Yes, I do,
Uh.
actually. Never mind.
enjoy the roleplay. We're just hanging out. But thank you for the follow.
We can't hear you, Joe. You're muted.
I was just thanking a follower.
Oh.
It was me, Barry.
It was me.
Okay. Just, he'll swing again.
Okay. Go ahead and roll.
Just because, I
swing.
mean, that's kind of what we're doing.
Yep. Roll a swing.
-5. 26.
26 hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
I thought we were just swinging.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. So
Sorry.
you.
Don't
I'm
wanna break
sorry.
it.
I'm.
It's okay.
Johnny's out
Getting
for
into
blood.
it now.
So
He's like,
with
I'm
the,
not
with
sure I'm
the
not
so
supposed
with
to
the
kill him.
second after he looks at me and he's like, yeah, I've learned a few tricks. I kind of fake him out. Johnny goes to throw the left, and when he starts to move to the right to avoid it, Johnny brings in the right, once again on the side of the jaw.
Wham! You crack him again on the jaw, and you can see that it is now starting to bruise. His face is starting to bruise. His eye is starting to close. You're pretty messed up too. This fight has been going on for a little bit. And as he kind of sits there, he's like, "All right, you're going for the same spot over and over. Good. You got to use everything to your advantage. Everything." You hear a click. Game over, son.
Bro, what the heck?
He starts
You're playing
laughing.
checkers.
He just starts laughing, and they're out of combat. He goes. He just starts laughing. I'm worried if we'd have gone one more round, you'd have dislocated my jaw. I think that's enough for me.
As he's laughing, I reach out my left arm to give him a hand up, knowing there's no hand there.
He's not on the ground. He's on the. He's
Oh,
standing.
he was standing.
Yeah, he's standing. Maybe a handshake.
Yeah, I go to shake his hand, knowing my hand isn't there.
So stump shake then.
Well, we do it the way we used to do it. I just don't have any grip, and we do the forearm one.
Yeah, cool. Hey, I wanted to give you something. All your boys, I know you guys have been taking a little bit of time off, and I been meaning to give you this. Maybe you could give it to your friends. Some of the boys got together and made these. Come on this way. He walks into this training area outside of the barracks. And he's talking, you're getting better with that. You just gotta make sure you don't have a whole lot of coverage on your left side. So, either get a bigger shield or, you better learn how to do-si-do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's been challenging. It definitely has been. I really can't get a bigger shield. All the bigger ones require the hand, and I don't have that. So.
Oh, you could lash it to your arm.
Oh, that is an idea I've thought of. I had a rather nice one for a while there, but kind of got it under some creepy circumstances. Really didn't care for it.
Well, as I'm told, there's a whole lot of artifacts turning up from times long past that they're touched by the chicane. Crazy things. Maybe you could find a shield of some kind that something like that gives you some sort of boon. That'd be real nice.
It would be helpful.
He makes his way. You both make your way inside. And as you do, you're greeted by Ernest, who just kind of gives you a hello.
How you doing,
Um,
Ernest?
I'm doing all right. Thank you very much.
Next time
You've-
it'll be me and you.
You look like you've seen better days as you
Yeah.
walk past. uh, Dale goes over, and there's this little box on his desk, and he goes, "You know, the Inquisition coming here and really mess things up, and you know, Lady Violet really did an awesome job in getting them out of here and doing, what nobles do, protecting the people. But y'all have done a whole lot for us too. The boys wanted to get together and do this in respect for what you had done before, and we kind of just ran out of time, especially with the Inquisition taking over all of our minds. And anyway, here he pulls this little box. It's a small box. He's like small, like crate almost. Very. It's not nice. It's very cobbled together. This is a bunch of the Roughnecks all pitched in and did something and got this for you.
I take it. Open it.
You see inside there are 6 black bandanas with the logo S6 embossed on them.
That's dope.
They're very similar to the roughneck bandanas. You can see that they have been dyed. The roughneck bandanas that they took, they dyed them black, and then they embossed the logo that you guys had talked about way back in Vigo with Dale.
Right. Johnny sets the thing down, pulls out one of the handkerchiefs. Can you do me a favor? Seeing as how I can't tie this on my own arm, can you tie it around for me?
You see this kind
With the S6 showing on the outside.
Okay. He just kind of nods. You can see him quietly just taking in how you're immediately like, put it on me, and he's just loving it, right? He's just eating every minute of it, eating up every minute. So he ties it onto your arm. I think it suits you.
Like it. I like it a lot. We
Well,
appreciate it.
If you're gonna be doing any more mercenary work, you gotta let folks know who you are.
Well, I like to keep a little bit quieter than the other boys, but they like to advertise who we are, so I'm sure they'll enjoy it.
Well, let me know if you're interested in any bounty hunting, because we got a couple of things going on right now. Folks been saying that that there's some orcs, which we now know are orcs, kind of coming back. Weird stuff. I got a fella right now doing some recon. I should know more in a couple of days.
Alright. Well, you know, I'm
hopefully-
always up for something.
Hopefully they're, nice. But and then there's a giant, so that's gonna be fun. That's what they're called anyway. They're big, and it's been harassing some of the boys, and we've actually sent 2 different groups, and both groups, one of them had severe casualties, the other one, they got pretty hurt and they skedaddled. So,
Oh, I mean, the orcs more sound like Don's sort of business. I mean, we were with Tar for quite some time, so I did pick up the language roughly. But we'll see what we can do with them. But until today, it's been quite some time since I had a good rumble, so I'll be very curious to find out about this bigger fellow. But
well, have fun with that. Just let me know when y'all are ready for more information.
absolutely, you know where we are. We're always around Quincy's, and you always know how to get a hold of me.
Right. Speaking of which, has Don heard from Quincy? I got some business papers I gotta deliver to him. The mayor's getting on me about it, and now that Lady Violet has taken over, there's a lot of paperwork to do, and Quincy's got to sign some things.
Give me 1 second, guys.
Bust a move. I'm gonna make that my follower. I should call it the follower
No way.
image. Homer Simpson.
Sorry about that. Yeah, well, I'll get with Don and find out. I know we haven't spoken with Quincy. As far as I know, uh, we he hasn't seen him come back yet. But
Listen,
I'll
I
check in and
know,
let him know.
I know what things Don gets up to, and y'all saved my keister a couple of times, so I'm happy to look the other way. But Quincy's not exactly the kind of fellow you want to be involved with long term.
Well, I agree, but he did hire me to come here, and otherwise we would have never met. So sometimes good things come out of even the worst of us.
I suppose. And anyway, just heads up from Frank.
Yeah,
But
not a problem.
it looks like you got places to be, so I'm gonna keep you.
Yeah, I'll go meet up with the guys, and I'll let Don know that you want to talk to him about the Quincy situation.
Appreciate it. He goes, walks back into his office and sits down at his desk and starts picking up different parchment and writing on it and start doing
I
paperwork.
grab the box as I walk past Ernest. I'm like, "I love it, guy. I love it." I show him it on my arm.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome. You know, I uh, I figured you'd like it. I know that the little guy, Chakas, he was saying stuff about it. Again, I'm sorry, but
You know as well as I do, my friend, that we have casualties in our line of work, whether it
no,
be. So it is what it is. Thank you once again. Thank the boys for me.
we'll do. As you leave and head back into the city common, it is fairly busy on this very chilly winter day. There is a light dusting of snow that covers everything, but it is starting to melt. It snowed in the morning when it was super cold, and now it is warming up. In the valley here in Riston, it is good temperature to grow crops nearly year round. So it is it's very weird when it comes to the weather. There's almost like a rain shadow, so it'll get cold, but not a whole lot of snow. As you kind of come out into the city common, you are greeted by Uriah, who has made his way from the mansion to meet you here.
Hi, Uriah. How have your studies going? Or whatever you were doing?
Found a few things out. Kind of just more questions, really. Not really a whole lot of answers. Um, but it's somewhere, I guess. Um, let me see. Lady Violet wants to have a talk with us, all of us, later this evening at the mansion.
Nothing bores me more than dinner parties and events. Oh, God. Can I just go drown myself in the pool? The... Oh, by the way, look at what I got. And I open the box and show him.
Oh, cool. That's very.
Each of
We used
each
to
of
have.
these bandanas give you a +5 in coolness.
I'm up to -4. Let's go.
Well, one of them is yours. The Roughnecks made them for us.
Awesome. They look wonderful. You
Well,
know
I guess.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Uh, our town used to have something like these. As I'm like looking at them, because they're like headbands, right? Or no, they're like bandanas. Like
Yeah.
we would wear them on our arms when we had this game that we played. It's really cool. I could show you one time. And it would like show the each teams, and we would wrap it around our arm like this, and I wrap it around my arm, and like I have it to where it's like right here, and then it's the S6, and it's the wrap around. And we would have different logos for each team. I could show you.
I turn to show him that I've already got mine wrapped on the arm. Well, it appears I'm already on your team, so we'll have to do that one of these days instead of causing the mischief we normally do.
Quite a fun game. Really competitive too. I like to call it kicking ball.
My dad jokes are bad. Okay. Well, I do need to speak with Don. The sheriff is interested in what's going on with Quincy, and I'm sure that he, oh my God, is going to be more than thrilled with the idea of a dinner party. You know how he is, his social events and him. Good Lord.
I think it was more of she said something about giving us a present or something. I'm not quite sure.
It's still more noble than I care for. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not like Falco. I don't hate nobles. I know that they have to be dealt with. I just dealing with them. I'd rather be doing other things, as you know.
Just to
Like
clarify,
stealing from them.
um, it's he's talking. Uriah's talking about soccer. He has a soccer. They played soccer at his town. That's what he was talking about.
Football.
Okay.
Soccer, football,
Football.
Kicking ball.
cricket without a stick.
Cricket with a stick.
As you guys make your way through the town, headed to Quincy's, you're having this conversation. You pass a building that is being repurposed from when the Inquisition kind of came in and kicked a bunch of quote-unquote sympathizers out, killed a couple of people. This building is now being repurposed as a stand slash restaurant. Like, it's not really a full-on restaurant. It's almost like a smoothie bar. And you see a sign outside that says future home of Moosely Tasty.
Let's go.
Get that money.
As we're walking by, Johnny.
I just assumed that's what Don would be chatting up with the lady.
Johnny looks in to see if he sees Moosley himself.
Nope. No, there's a team of construction guys that look like they are very busy doing absolutely nothing.
Big old construction site. All right.
So typical city job.
Mm-hmm. The guy hammers. No, there's no nails. He just hammers on a board like this, and then he puts it down. Sits back in his chair. He sees you walk by, and he kind of gives you the look.
Me or Uriah?
You're the one that's looking.
Oh. You might actually want to hit something with that hammer.
I am hitting some. Hits the wood. As he says this, from behind him, you see clearly the supervisor, a gnomish man, comes walking around the corner. He's just looking at him. Puts the hammer down. Behind him. He's behind him. puts his feet back up.
Keep walking. Sorry, I got.
As you continue walking, you hear yelling about a half a minute later.
Keep walking.
uh, as you guys approach the familiar site of Quincy's, you see the sign outside that says Quincy's. It looks a little worn, but it still stands. Tavern where you all met, still there. And as you come inside to Quincy's Tavern, you see Don loafing because there is nobody here at this time of day, sitting at the end of the bar. Don, you are having a conversation with Pebble Arm. What are you saying?
So are you sure you've really thought about the Moosleys? I mean, they're right down the street. If we wanted a business together with them, I'm sure Jeff would be more than happy to.
Listen, alcohol. I'm sorry.
Yes, agreed.
Alcohol and milk
Have you
don't
tried
go
it?
together. I'm not very keen on throwing up.
I could go get you some if you
Oh,
want. I mean,
eggnog.
there's not really anyone else here. I would be glad to go run down, actually.
As you say, there's nobody else here. Um, the door opens and Don and Uriah walk in.
I'm on it.
No,
Don goes to turn around and
no,
stand up.
you're
Oh!
Uriah and Johnny. I'm sorry.
Ah, hello, you two. Johnny, are you muddy? Aw, please don't tell me your shoes are muddy.
I'm always dirty. What are you talking about?
Yeah, and I'm
What,
always
you
the one
want me to
cleaning
take
up
a
after
shower
you.
after I go? Good lord.
Oh,
Aren't you supposed to be bringing me something to drink or something like that? Oh, by the way, the sheriff would like to speak with you.
Me?
And look at what we got. And I open the box without even telling him what the sheriff
Ooh!
wants.
Don's gonna take his and... Ooh!
The Roughnecks wanted to show their appreciation for everything we've done for them. I think it's their way of making us a little bit more than honorary. But you'd have to talk to Quincy about that. Or Dale about that.
It is quite an honor. Don would tie it around his neck so it kind of hangs down a little bit, showing the S6 on the front.
Cool.
Johnny
be-
sits down at the nearest table and puts his muddy boots on the table. Uriah, didn't you have something else? He sets a case next to him. Uriah, didn't you have something you wanted to tell him about?
While we're at it, Johnny, what would you like to drink?
Come on,
He's
can
gonna
I get
walk
a
over
drink?
and he's gonna shove Johnny's feet off the table and kind of lean in. So what would it be you want? Just don't muddy the tables. The floors are fine, but I do have to clean after you, as always.
Should be used to it by now.
Never gets easier. So what will you be having?
Uriah, you were just so that you know, like Johnny said, don't you have something you want to tell him?
Yeah. Do I? I don't remember. Are you talking about the kicking ball?
No, the oh, we can tell him about that later.
Oh, that's right. Oh, that's right. The
Yeah, the thing
Yes,
with what's her name at the place that I don't really
Lady Decare
wanna...
requests presents later this evening.
Lady Decare, as in the
I mean,
necro.
Lady Violet. Lady
Okay.
Violet.
I thought we had a
requests
mission
our
again.
presents. She requests our presents at the manor. I think she said something something about a gift or a present or something. Not quite sure.
Dinner with the lady. Does sound like a fun evening.
You hear Johnny in the background.
Johnny,
What do
Johnny,
you mean by that?
when will you learn the luxuries of good company?
When I'm on a ship with a bottle of rum in my hand.
Good company to each their own. Ah, is it
We do something for the rum. Pebble Arm, sitting up at the bar, has the bottle of rum just sitting there.
you're the one who wanted to
Johnny
drink,
goes
Johnny?
up and grabs it. Or takes it.
As,
Put it on.
as you go to grab it, he pulls it back and he goes,
Oh, Don's paying. Didn't he tell you?
Nah, Pebble Arm, this one's on
"Hans
him.
not paying. Doesn't have a coin to his name.
He has more coins than I do. How much?
That'll be a silver.
God, I love this place.
Well, it's not exactly good rum. It's kind of I am not getting his accent tonight. I'm trying. Um
How many
I'm
bottles do you
trying for
have back
Scottish.
there?
A few.
I put a gold piece on the counter. Give me another one.
He goes out and he gets 3 more and he puts it there. He comes back. He goes out and he gets 3 more, puts them there. He goes
Pick up-
back. He gets
I,
3
I
more.
s- Do you see Johnny stick one under his arm, under each arm, and one in his hand? And he walks over and he sets the one in his hand in front of Uriah, and then sits down with the other two and starts.
When you look at the bottle is a very dark, think of like old-timey pirate, very dark bottle. And it looks like a 4-year-old wrote rum on it. The R is backwards. And as you pop the top and you go to drink it, your lips actually recoil as you smell what smells like full grain liquor. Like it just something you could put in an engine and make an engine run. So, as you take your first swig, it is like drinking knives.
Don't know how you drink that stuff, Johnny. It's
Well, I'm happy he's around. I get rid of it.
have you thought of ever I don't know. Big fire? Bonfire, invite people, I don't know.
Well, then the boss doesn't get his way. He bought it. He needs to sell it.
Fair enough. So how will we be preparing for the dinner party tonight, gentlemen?
Well, apparently I have to get clean, or something like that.
Could be a first step. Will it just be the 3 of us, or has anyone... Have we heard from Bazek recently? Or is he still...
Oh, he wandered off doing his usual thing, and the last time I knew, Falco was in a tree doing something with something.
Well, if we happen to find them...
Well, of course. I mean, Lady Violet did say that she wanted to speak with all of us. But
or
they'll
not tell
go
them.
ahead.
Oh, nothing. Nothing. Just the, old thoughts.
And don't worry about Dale. He's just wondering if you've run into Quincy any time recently. He's got a few questions for the man.
Everyone's looking for Quincy. And if I were to find him...
Last I knew, you were looking for Quincy as well.
Everyone, Johnny. I not excluded.
I wonder if there's a bounty on him. Can't be that important if you don't have a bounty on you.
The boss is too smart for that. Well, what do you want me to do? There's not like there's a whole lot of people here.
Do we invite?
You could make something to eat. Well, no, I have to go to a dinner party. Yeah, you could make something to eat.
If you're a little light and want something for lunch, of course.
I'm always feeling a little late.
You're wanting me to cook.
On second thought, I've eaten your cooking. Never mind.
Very nice. Very nice.
You hear the cork on one of the bottles of rum.
Okay. We're gonna take a little break as we leave the three members of the Serious Six here in this tavern. We're gonna totally push pause. I'm gonna check where one of our players is, and I'm sure Shane is probably showering and getting ready. He just kind of logged on to say he's coming on. Oh, was that his voice? Did I hear him?
Yeah, I'm here. I've been here. I was listening.
Okay, cool.
Oh, my boy.
He's here. All right. Well, still, let's pause the stream.
Boom.
Pause for just time out for just a second.
Bye, friends. We'll be back. We're live.
And we're back.
We broke them.
I was gonna say it died
I'm
as soon
trying.
as you started talking again.
I'm trying to. Yes, I know, right? Not this. Here we are. Maybe this. All right, and he's gone. Um,
No, I'm here. I'm just messing with my settings.
we have gained one of the players. The other one sadly is not feeling well. So remember that. Um, you know who I'm talking to. You ruined my night because you're not feeling well.
My bad, G.
For everybody else listening in, we apologize. For our one or for our one fan, we apologize. Um, all right. Where we last left off, we had three of the Series 6 in a tavern, discussing the goings on of the day. It is probably about midday at this point. Um, Falco, been several weeks. What you been up to?
Uh,
Improv. It's totally fine.
he would be. Where are we again?
Vigo.
There you go.
Got it. Okay. Vigo. He would be
Get on
asking.
Foundry. You can see the map.
He would be asking, going around town and like, kind of asking everybody if they have heard and or seen anything strange going on their travels to and from Vigo to other spots.
Interesting. So, um, my narration at the beginning, which I don't know if you heard or not, I had said that Falco was trying to track down the Ankylosaurus because I figured that's where it would end up. But with you spending the first few days, I'll say, trying to gather information, you talk to uh, different people. You learn. Oh Lord, I lagged.
I mean, because I'm trying to join Foundry.
Why would I be lagging to join Foundry?
I
Oh,
don't know.
because yeah, no, I'm an idiot.
It's 9 o'clock.
I'm an idiot because I'm actually the server. So that's two. Yeah, that works too. Literally at 9 o'clock every single time my internet goes. Um, but you hear some interesting rumors.
Ooh.
Oh boy, there we are. You hear some interesting rumors. Um, you hear that Vigo has been temporarily assigned to Lady Violet due to the lack of lords at the moment. This you heard from Lady Violet herself when she thanked you profusely through tears. Um, although the rumor that you hear is that many people believe this is because anyone else they send to Vigo, the people would just riot against. The people absolutely love Lady Violet. The Dreadlands seem to be relentless, but Dale has found recent success after two things have changed. I don't know if you heard this in the stream before, but the nearby goblins. I'm gonna. Can you guys hear me?
On and off.
Kind of.
On and off, yeah.
9 o'clock.
The egg snatchers have assisted
Okay.
with the town's
Well,
defenses to help you to kind of let you know what's going on.
Well, they yes.
Okay.
Bro is
Yes, I appreciate that. Thank you.
struggling.
Uh, um, but you have actually heard more rumors because of your looking around. I'll say, in fact, anything. Let me see. The Egg Snatchers fight brilliantly with hit-run tactics, and the courier service has been on the front. Courier service between the front lines of Vigo much. X have mixed feelings about their newfound alliance because they're not exactly civil, are they? You also learn a giant was seen dangerously close to Vigo, and that Dale is offering a reward for anyone willing to go after it. 2 other mercenary groups have tried. Bounty has gone up. And then after a massive winged creature has been sighted along the road to the south. Many people believe it is a bad omen that Vigo soon come under siege. And I'm going to need you to roll a society check. They're just things that if you would learn, you would need a society check to get more.
Oh, let me just finish writing this. Husband offer. Alright, society check. Let's go. Bleh. Where's my D20?
Man, what the D20 doing?
Where's my D? Oh, sorry. Alright. Societies. I already know I gotta. Oh, God. 13. Society? Nope, 12. This is a +0.
Did we lose him or did he turn his camera off? Oh
Probably told him not to.
Oh no, it all went wrong. Please hold.
Please hold, we are having technical difficulties. That gives me time to finish writing what the hell he was saying to me. Alright. We all know that man talks fast. Folks are also nearby.
That you'll learn from Johnny. So if you want to write that down, you can. But
Will he?
Oh, well.
you didn't catch that knowledge. It's secondhand through us. Sorry about that.
So, I found out what the issue. Was.
Steam update?
Jesse was in bed and he was trying to stream a documentary to help him go to sleep. And he's like, it was so laggy, and I'm like, yeah.
Judah takes the phone away and punches him in the head. There you go. You're asleep. Go to sleep. 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 Go to sleep.
I'm gonna keep my my screen off just for a few minutes. It's gotten better, but just for a few minutes, I'm gonna keep my screen. Your society check was a 12. With a 12, you don't get much more information. People start talking about how dangerous the Dreadlands are and how more and more beasts keep getting through the line of, I guess you could call them fortresses, the towers, the places that are the front lines, right? These places are supposed to stop beasts and elementals and magical creatures from coming into the Riston Plains. But more and more beasts keep getting past them. It's hard for them to cover from Mountain Guard to Shadow Crown to Ember Bark. Like it's a lot of area to cover. Um, so it's people talk about crazy beasts, massive beings with two heads, um, winged creatures that long necks, serpentine bodies, skinny serpentine bodies with wings, um, fantastical beasts. And none of this is kind of what you're looking for. However, um, you do find that you do hear one of the roughnecks who recognizes you tells you a bit about a creature that the local guards, um, the not the roughnecks, will the a patrol that runs between Vigo and Mulcia was routed, and the local guards call it whatever routed them a four-legged devil. The mayor of Mulcia is offering a reward for its capture or kill.
Four-legged devil. Okay. Okie dokie.
Armed with this information, um, for narrative's sake, I'm gonna say that you going after the Ankylosaurus, because I mean this is all what has happened in downtime.
Yes. If you're asking me if I'm going after it, then yes.
Okay, so you would have tracked the Ankylosaurus over the last several weeks to different places. It come close to a couple of villages, which made your blood pressure go up, but it never, surprisingly, never came close enough to do any real damage. You end up tracking it um, to a small grove that is kind of on the edge of Dartland Forest. But you kind of it's in an area with some large rocks, and it's kind of gotten itself in an area where it can only get out one way. So you manage to block the entrance and and go back to Vigo for to get your team to assemble your team. Unless you want to try to take it out by yourself.
I'm gonna try to take it out by myself.
I figured you would. So, if you would try to take it out by yourself, it would be an exhausting fight by yourself. Remember, this is the Ankylosaurus that took
Yeah.
Tar out. It was huge. As you and Slippy work together to finally tire it out, and you finally get it safely tucked away in the catch 'em all ball. Um, it makes a cry, and right before it goes away, Slippy starts acting weird, sniffing around nearby locations as if she's looking for something. So naturally, picking up on that, you search the area. Go ahead and give me a perception check.
That would be a 34. 19 plus 16.
35.
35. Sorry, 35.
With the 35, you cover the entire area. You fingerprint the entire area. Right? You dust for prints. Like everywhere. There is nothing here, but Slippy is adamant that she's looking for something. You spend a considerable amount of time with her, and you get an uneasy feeling as if you're being watched. But as you continue to search around, nothing shows up. Even with the 35, nothing. You don't. Whatever she's looking for simply isn't in the grove.
Is she leading off into a specific direction?
No, she's just kind of looking around where the beast was headed. And that's the problem, is that it's not like behind you, it's in front wherever the beast was going.
Right. Can I head in that direction?
Sure. You head in that direction. And like I said, the grove only kind of has one. There's large stones, only like almost like Stonehenge, like monolithic, ancient stones in this area, that kind of stop. You could move between them pretty easily, but anything large, like the Ankylosaurus, would only be able to go in, can't get out. And as you kind of move through this area, nothing seems to be. Nothing comes out. Even with the 35, as you're searching, you're not finding anything of any significance. Still have that feeling that you're being watched, but somehow you know that you're not. It's just uneasy. You look at the ground, you look at these monoliths, there's some sort of strange power connected here. Chicane related. And being around Uriah and Bazak, you're fairly confident that this is something to do with the chicane, but it's beyond your understanding to figure out.
Alright. That's the case. See if there's anything else I can do before. Are there any writings on the monolith or anything like that?
Nothing that is decipherable.
Okay.
You can attempt a society check if you'd like to try to decipher writing.
Screw it, sure. Let's try it. No. 7.
No.
Well, girl, I don't know what you're acting weird about, but there ain't nothing out here. We should probably head back to the. Whew, I'm tired. Let's go ahead and maybe get Uriah and Bazak and the others in on this, cause maybe they'll know what's going on, and then take off, head back to Vigo.
This tracking and taking care of this Ankylosaurus, especially with the talking around town, this has pretty much taken up all of your time. And so, as you spend the next couple of days on the road, you're eager to see your friends again. It's been a few weeks. You're eager to get started on finishing up your mandate, your mission. And these kind of feelings go over you, as well as confidence. You did it. You took on the Ankylosaurus by yourself, and you got him.
But lost my touch.
As Vigo comes into view about midday, on your travels, you can see the magical barrier that encases it. The refugee ring is fairly the same, and the inner city behind the wall is pretty much the same. As you come into town, feeling comes over you that there is only one place that your friends would be in the middle of the day, when they should be working or doing anything else.
Tavern.
They are in the tavern. As you walk through the marketplace, you notice a very small, almost like a smoothie stand, like a restaurant that is barely big enough to have a drinks being served. Pretty much is it, and you see a sign that says "The Future Home of Moosely Tasty."
God. Oh God. Slippy, they're spreading like a bad rash.
Flippy just kind of gives you a weird look and then continues on. For the rest of the Serious Six in Quincy's Tavern, let me.
Cough up a lung. Go ahead.
Yep. Sorry, I had to blow my nose.
Ew.
For the rest of you in the tavern, a the door opens, and a shadow enters the room of a tall, dark man. See some sort of creature coming up behind him, some sort of Slippy-esque dinosaur.
Who is it?
You see pretty much the silhouette of Falco as he opens up the door. Did any of you say anything to him? Say, "Hey, Falco. Hey, how's it going? How's your mama?"
How's your mom?
Johnny's tipping the bottle as Falco walks up. So he sees him upside down, but he's kind of drinking.
Long time no
Out of
see,
character. How
Falco.
long's it been?
It's been several weeks.
Okay. Copy that.
Johnny's got a beer gut. No, I'm kidding.
Jeez.
Johnny is
So you
mutton
use your
chops.
time wisely.
I just got a little out of shape. It's not that bad.
Oh, long time no see, Falco.
Howdy.
The no, the figure doesn't speak.
Oh, I don't speak. There's no howdy.
There's no howdy. The figure doesn't speak. As he walks into the room and the light goes on his face, you see immediately that this is not Falco, and the dinosaur at his back is much smaller than Slippy. Much smaller. This is some sort of almost like a big lizard. And it climbs up and perches on his shoulder. And as he comes in, you can see he has kind of frizzled hair. And he has like war paint almost on his face, almost like camouflage on his face. And as he walks into the room and he goes, "Falco, so you know my old friend."
Yeah, sorry about that. I just mistook you. Kind of look a little bit like him from far away.
Well, he comes up and he scratches this little dino. I guess we have unique creatures. Um, I'm actually looking for Falco. Um, I'm from his village.
Mm-hmm. What?
Johnny
You-
puts the bottle on the table. And what's his mother's name?
Oval?
Okay. slides a bottle across to him.
Takes it, pops it, takes a swig. Ooh, God. That's not great. Puts it back.
Johnny takes
I
it,
mean-
pops it, and drinks it.
No disrespect. I've actually been sent to find him. There's been some developments at in the village, and I've got Whiskers here. He scratches the little dino. It's perched on his shoulder. Pretty good at sniffing out people, and he brought me to you. I can see you must be friends of Falco. I mean, you obviously mistook me for him, but not around here. When was the last time you saw him?
Couple weeks ago. Why is the village?
You see
want
where he
him?
was going?
No.
I really shouldn't discuss it. It's you guys are known through the village of having access, and technically I wasn't supposed to tell you at all, but I figure to be honest, right?
So you're just looking to bring Falco back? No harm.
No, yeah, I just need to talk to him, just update him about some stuff that's going on.
We'll let you know if you're looking for him if we see him. Do you have a name so we can tell him you've been by?
Yeah. If I can pull it up on my iCloud.
No more internet usage.
Right.
The entire stream goes down. He has crumpled the matrix.
Lyle. Kaiser. Although, you could just, you just tell him the better shot is looking for him. This place is a inn, right? I can stay here.
It is.
Sweet. Walks up to the bar. Pebble Arm's gone. Hello?
He'll be
Is
back
there a
soon. He normally goes to
Bell that I ring?
take a break.
Oh, Don, don't you have access to that sort of thing?
Do I?
I mean, if you're helping run the place, Pebble Arm, you'd at least know where it is.
Just make sure you charge him a little extra.
Yeah, I guess I'll hop out. Then I'll hop up and head back behind to help out.
Oh, you take care of this place. Okay.
Somewhat. I'm helping out here.
All right. I suppose as long as I get a key to the room, it doesn't much matter.
I mean, I wouldn't deny a guess. That wouldn't be businesslike. What did he say? What did Pebble Arm say? It was, how much is it normally for a room?
Roll
Roll a society check.
Yeah, I want to say society again.
Alright, we're good here. We're good here. Not as good, but we're still good. 22.
Was it a gold? 5 gold? 7 gold? 7 silver? I don't remember.
Well, as are the rooms silver. I'll say rooms 4 gold. If I remember correctly.
Okay. Reaches in. You see, he reaches into a coin purse that is just stuffed. And he pulls 4 gold and he puts it down.
I'll look at the room keys. Eeny, meeny, miny. This one. Just pick some random one.
Farthest one away from us.
I'll put them near the back. If there's a far... If there is kind of off to the far left or far right.
There are two rooms available, and you pick the backmost one. Okay.
Here you go.
Grab the key and hand it to him. Thanks. Your name was?
Don.
Don? Pleasure. He reaches his hand out. And you see he reaches his hand out very stiffly. Like this. You're getting this more and more the sense of the naivety of Falco. This guy has got it a little bit too.
Reach out, shake his hand. Pleasure meeting you. Put the gold we need to go and not even walk around the counter, just kind of hop over the counter and waddle back to the chairs where we're all sitting.
He walks outside. He doesn't even go up to his room. He walks outside for a second, and then he comes back in. And when he comes back in, there's a woman with him. The woman seems darker somehow. More cunning. She stands just a bit taller than him, and it looks as if they could be related. There is no dinosaur with this woman, though a hefty compound bow, recurve bow is strung along her back. And he gives you a nod, and they walk up the room. It's at this point you guys go back to your drinks and give each other strange glances. And then the door opens a third time, and Falco walks in.
Yo, I'm beat to piss, man. I'm limping. I got a swollen eye, holding my arm, and Slippy's carrying me in.
You're in worse shape than I could have imagined.
You have no idea.
Is Falco like actually like low health or?
I fought an Ankylosaurus by myself. Well, with Slippy's help. So yes.
Don would
The answer is yes.
walk up.
It looks really bad.
Don's gonna walk up before he walks too
Death's
far
door?
in.
It's now Death's entrance.
Don's gonna walk up to Falco before he gets too far in, kind of like lead in close and whisper to him, "You have a visitor of Lyle and perhaps a woman?"
You see this look on Falco's face of like, who the heck is Lyle? And then you see like the light bulb, bing, and his face immediately goes to like thinking to.
Mhm.
Oh,
If it's any danger, then we could leave.
is there a lady with him?
Taller lady, bow on her back. He's got a smaller dino like yours.
Did he call himself the better shot?
In fact, he did.
You loser.
Not dangerous, I'm guessing.
No.
All right.
At that, you would hear big old sigh. Falco would look at Slippy.
Mhm. Mhm.
And then he would just scream Lyle's name. Top of his lung. Top of his lung.
Okay.
Lyle!
A moment passes. Oh Lord, how do I want to do this?
Y'all got y'all mind helping me with this stuff? I'm hurting, Don. I'm hurting bad.
I can.
You
get
hear
a
boot
drink.
steps coming down the stairs as Lyle returns to view you can see a bit more casual, but still he's dressed in furs. He has hide armor, leather and hide armor that he is wearing, and he has a long cape that was at one time, it looked like when he first walked in, it was very unassuming. It looked like he was just wearing a robe, but now there is this cape that comes off his back, and as the cape comes off his back, now you can see the array of daggers that line his chest on a whatchamacallit, what is this called? Oh my gosh, they have a thing for
Lanyard.
Pathfinder.
No,
No,
it's a thing.
it's
It's like we.
it's a thing in Pathfinder. I don't remember what it's called. But anyway, yeah, lined daggers. You can also catch a couple of strange contraptions on his belt. Small box of sorts that appear to have gears and things that are twisted on it. A small cylinder on the other side that seems to have gold inlay lines that go down it. Just weird odds and ends for this guy. He
You
is
guys would
got
see, like Falco, like he hears the boots. Lyle comes into view, and he just goes like, "Oh, he's wearing the bloody cape. Of course, he's wearing the bloody cape." Go on.
nice to see you again. I thought you said that he wasn't around. He looks at you, Don.
Just got back into town.
What he said.
What are you doing?
Convenient. Well, it's time.
A bath? A dump? Time for what?
He looks at Slippy. He looks back at you.
Junior's changing the music, isn't he?
The music start. Why do I hear boss music?
God, I'm gonna need a few I'm gonna need a few health potions if you don't mind.
His face kind of turns downcast, very serious.
Listen,
Falco, don't make this hard.
listen, Lyle. You guys see Falco? Like he was hurt, and he's still hurt. But he's like trying to get loose. He's trying to like relax, and he's just kind of like, it's not that time, Lyle.
We've got all the rest of them.
No, you don't.
We know that you have some.
That's not the rest of them, is it?
I'm going to need whatever magical device you're holding them in, and I'm going to need Slippy.
It's just gonna be no, friend.
Don't make this harder than what it has to be, Falco.
As
No.
Falco says no, you hear a chair slide, and Johnny just stands up.
Johnny, make 3 fortitude saves.
Jeez. Cause you're God.
Never said I wasn't. I've had like 3 bottles of rum. I would
Appreciate
expect
the
that.
gesture.
Shotty's gonna stand up and instantly drop back down to the
He's
floor.
just gonna.
He just.
You heard the man.
27.
He's gonna. No.
I
15.
stand with Falco. Oh, I sit with Falco.
27, 15. And a 24.
Now, if this first one reads a
Anyway.
failed, then just die at this point. Just
You've been
hit by.
Yeah, I've been drinking for a while.
for a while. Go ahead and give
I'm
me
a-
another one.
I'm at least 2 bottles in.
One
You're
more.
2 bottles in. Give me 3 more.
Jesus, Johnny.
Three
Johnny's
more
drinking straight
bottles?
gasoline,
Two
bro.
bottles?
He's two
Golly.
bottles deep.
He's having a Lance
Not two
moment.
drinks,
It's
not
been a
two
couple of.
glasses.
I
Two
just.
bottles.
You all got to remember, okay, you two have seen me. I'm covered in mud, but I'm also bloodied, and I'm probably missing a tooth. I just got done fighting with Dale.
Dang, that means Dale
So,
put the beat down.
actually, I beat Dale.
Oh, okay.
It's more of a draw, but he's
Oh,
got.
It probably would have
It's,
ended with both of them just.
listen, claps to you, brother. Claps to you. That's not a small feat. Dale's a big man.
natural 20.
Nice, nice. You really needed that.
29
Keep him
Nice.
high.
and a 26. Went back to the ship die.
Oh.
Nice, nice, nice. So, you're good news. You're not unconscious. Um,
Any great news? Great news.
as any great news, anything at all. As you stand up, I think 2 bottles in with those levels of successes and failures. Um, I think that you are clumsy too, and sickened too.
He stands up very confidently, and as he does, you see Johnny kind of stumble aside and catch himself on one of the chairs. He still rights himself, but he's like holding onto the chair, and he looks at you guys kind of like, oh, son of a.
Uriah, what are you doing?
Alright. I'm gonna say I've been drinking, but like not nearly. Like I'd say maybe like one, maybe two glasses. Like glasses, not like Johnny over here who's a raging alcoholic.
Okay.
Um
Okay. Give me 2 fortitude saves.
um 2 fortitude. And I wanted to while Jane was talking with Lyle. 2 fortitude. I can't think several things at once. That'll be 28 for my first one,
Cool.
and a 29 for my second one.
You're good.
You guys are great alcoholics.
Thank you. I get it from my father. Uh,
Jeez.
I wanted
Touch
to
about it.
like as I noticed it was like kind of getting more and more tense. I think I might have to do conceal spell. Right? Where's it at? I think it's only one.
It's 1 action to conceal spell, and then
Yeah.
it's 2 actions usually for a spell.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, conceal spell. So I want to do conceal spell, and then I want to cast heal for 2 actions on Shane.
Nice.
With my
Okay,
fourth
cool.
level, my 4th level heal.
Oh, shoot.
Nice.
Okay.
Got ourselves a
I'm
healer,
back in action,
baby.
I'm back in
As
action.
and you do this, I'm gonna say with using the
You have to.
actions
I think I have to
correctly.
roll something for conceal. I'm still sitting at the table, so I'm gonna
You
have
have
my
to
hands under
roll.
my
You have to
desk.
roll stealth against their perception. So go ahead and roll stealth, and I'm
I'm gonna be
going to have
selecting-
a perception DC set.
I'm good. I'm kind of just like so you get so like here's the bottle. I'll have my hands on the bottle. I'll kind of just be looking down like at the drink, and then I'll be whispering what I say, and then I'll be making the like. I can't really see it, but like I'll be making the hand sign with my like around the bottle.
Nice.
Smart.
But stealth, you said?
Yeah, it's stealth versus their perception.
Oh, don't fall. Ooh, that is good.
I think you also have to roll deception because you are
Yes.
speaking as well.
Yeah. So the first one would be 17 plus 11, 28.
28
for
words.
for stealth, and then you
Okay.
said deception as well.
Deception.
Deception's my big boy. That'll be a 30.
Let's
Nice.
go.
So as Uriah sits there, you Falco, you guys have worked together as a team for several months. You know what it's like when Uriah heals you. So when you get up and you're like trying to loosen yourself up, and all of a sudden you feel your wounds close and your sores go down, your bruising decrease. You know where it came from. You kind of subtly look over at Uriah,
You
who
know, roll
nods.
how much health he gets.
Yes. You don't have to roll actually because we didn't even say
I
what it
didn't
was.
actually. You're good.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is all narrative at this point.
Cinematic.
So.
Right.
Yeah, it's cinematic. So as you kind of loosen up, I'm gonna say yeah, you can go back to full health because level 4 heal
I'm
is a
gonna be
big
honest.
boy.
I'm gonna be honest. Yeah, I think I would do 4d8 of healing plus 16.
Oh,
Yeah, so I
think-
mean,
over that the tomb.
as long as
So I-
you were on the right side of the dirt, you're fine.
Yeah. So I think you'd be safe to say at full.
Would that be
Yeah.
a group thing?
It can be.
It can be if I cast at a third level. I mean, for 3 actions, but I can't because wait.
Conceal it.
Conceal.
It's all
You
good.
can't conceal it then.
John, I actually think it's kind of funny that Johnny's like standing up and it's like, yeah, okay.
As you kind of loosen up, Don, what are you doing?
If Don was sitting down, he kind of just wants to get between the two of them. Like, I thought this wasn't gonna be violence. If there is, can we at least take it outside, please? And by pointing to the door, his right hand's gonna kind of go over the bandana, which is covering his necklace of knives, and just kind of hold his hand there ready. Like he's kind of like this, pointing out. But he's has his hand near his necklace of knives. That things are gonna go down inside this store, or inside the tavern.
Mint. Okay, mint. You have the bandana covers the necklace of knives. I didn't even think of that.
But he has his hand
Oh
there.
my gosh! Just for thinking of that, I want to give you a hero point.
Ooh, ooh.
Do it.
Yeah, you
Oh.
get a hero point for that.
Yeah.
Just for
Yeah.
thinking of that.
My man.
Falco, you also notice that the 3 members of the Serious 6 in this room have black bandanas with their logo on them. And there's a box sitting on the table that is cracked open with more bandanas sitting in it.
As Falco's loosening up, he's like, "Where'd y'all get the bandanas from?"
They're a gift, and I'd rather them not be tarnished inside here at least. I'm only temporarily working
Not
here.
to me, baby. It's gonna be alright. It's gonna be fine.
Well, I know you, I don't know
Don't
him.
have all day. We came looking for you.
Why? I was banished. What do you want from me?
You're the last one.
Of what? Cookies?
She's the last one.
She's not going anywhere, Lyle. What was that nickname we had for you when we were kids? Can't remember it. Not important.
I remember yours. It was Squealer. Cause you're always talking such a high pitched voice.
Listen, it's been that way since the accident. Leave me alone.
All right, I'm done with this.
Excellent.
Sis, and as he calls Sis, the front door boom knocks in, and an arrow flies in. A vine arrow hits Slippy and ties her to the ground. I need everybody to roll initiative.
Oh, they should have Slippy roll freaking reflex.
You want to roll it for me?
Alright.
So we're rolling initiative.
Take it, shake it,
Damn.
and drop it in
You
here.
gonna do me like this?
I am gonna do you like this.
Oh,
I
good
am.
baby. Good job. No. Okay. Well, you can.
Level 7, when Johnny rolls initiative, he has the choice to do a battle cry to demoralize an observed foe as a free action.
Natural 20 for 36.
So, do you want me to roll initiative first, or he's gonna basically? He's kind of
No, hold
drunk,
on, there
but
you
he's
Kinda.
gotten kind of control over his visual effects.
Johnny, can you vomit as intimidation, please?
It's-
Please. Like that's what I was hoping you could do. Just stand up.
he sees this and basically that's what's gonna happen. He's gonna go to do a battle cry and
Just
he's going
oozes
to,
out of the edges
it's
of his
gonna-
mouth. Just-
it's gonna come out. I'll roll initiative first.
That's so funny.
Judah, can I roll
Or
anything
36.
funky, fresh? Deception, stealth, perhaps?
Um,
Trying to be, the
Ooh.
negotiator, not in my store. I'm not posing any threat. Just tell him to get out from what he knows.
You were not sneaking before. See, I don't like that in Pathfinder, where he's
See,
like, you technically
I
have to
don't
be
think about
sneaking.
stealth. I'm thinking more deception.
See, I can't give you deception. I would be more of an advocate for stealth because you were not in combat, right? You were not seeking to deceive. You were just telling them. Like, technically, you could roll diplomacy if you wanted to, but it doesn't give you anything for flat-footed or any of that stuff.
It's up to you. It's your call.
So, what the heck? Rule of cool. I'll say yeah. You can roll deception. Give me 1 second to pull up.
Which I want to hear. I had Addison roll my initiative, and she rolled a natural 18. So we ballin'.
Oh yeah.
Give me your numbers, guys.
Oh, Falco.
36.
Nice.
I'm also at 36 with deception. 18. 18.
Rollies.
Listen, this is Falco's people. I think I'll let him take the lead here.
What do you mean by that, Joe?
They're literally from his tribe. They literally know him.
Segue.
They don't know me at all.
What'd you get, Uriah?
Yes, I rolled, sir. Yes, I rolled.
other
Yes,
words,
I
he
have
didn't
done
roll.
the rolling.
Is he shaking the dice in his hands?
What do you mean? He's just
No,
nervous.
What do you use to roll again?
Perception.
I know it's been a week. Though.
Dork.
What's the word called?
What?
Initiative?
Initiative.
Initiative, because I have a different initiative than I do perception, but
How?
Oh, you use I forget.
No, he's got it. He's got a bonus to initiative rolls, but not to perception checks.
If you click on perception, it might be in there, I think.
Yeah.
Well, I think I'm one of them too. Ooh, baby.
Ooh. Yeah, dang, you guys roll high. I looked at the 36, and I didn't even think anything of it, but now that I'm like actually looking at mine, I'm like, dang,
So what is it?
25.
What if that?
Okay. We need 2 seconds here. So the first
I got a
one's gonna
22.
be- Yeah.
Little clumsy.
A little.
Second.
Johnny, you're shaking over there, bro.
I ain't shaking. I'm standing perfectly fine.
To you, yeah.
He's swerving.
Johnny's like, what do you mean? And Johnny's
Let me at
Blood
him.
coming out of my mouth.
at
A
him.
little bit of mud.
Let me at him.
yeah, too possible. Oh, I almost spelled Lyle right. I just forgot an extra L.
Oh, I put L-Y-L-E.
That's what I put.
L-Y-A-L was what I had.
What is it?
L-Y-A-L-L. It's double L on the end.
A-L-L.
I'm keeping it L-Y-L-E, because, like,
Oh, that makes
I'm
it
gonna end up
even
saying
perfect.
Lyle.
Lie,
I
y'all.
got his nickname.
Oh. Oh.
Lyle.
Smiths. 31.
Yes.
That makes his nickname even funnier.
He's on us.
There's multiple people?
That was the It's Time, Sister, and then the air. Or have you been paying attention?
No.
Dang, Cisco 31?
Yeah.
No, I haven't.
I'm not gonna lie. Actually, that's not right. Crap, I did that wrong.
You know what? That's okay. This is okay. Because
We
I've
all
been
make mistakes
wanting an
sometimes.
excuse.
It's
I've
actually
been wanting an
this.
excuse to use my level 4 spells. I've been
It's
wanting.
actually
Cisco
this.
33. Oh.
Yeah, I did that my math wrong. His sis is considerably more powerful than him. But you will find that out in this beautiful theater of the mind combat.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so we're gonna go ahead with the top of the round.
Real quick, the battle cry. I rolled a 23 for intimidation. It's against his will DC.
Right before we start, do you guys want to take this outside so we don't break the bar? And you just see a single fire leaving.
No. Everyone's like, yeah, no, that makes sense. We don't want to break the bar. We drink here. Yeah, of course.
Just single out-
What
out.
was the
Yeah,
roll?
single
23.
23.
Just misses. Just misses.
Yes, misses.
Wow. That's
So yeah, as Johnny gets ready to kind of get angry, you just see him start getting sick next to himself, and he's like, "Oh, just a little, not a lot." He'll save the mature hurl for body people.
Oh yeah, and if you didn't get him, you definitely didn't get her.
Well, I can
Okay.
only choose one. The battle
Oh, okay.
cry. The battle cry is a free move that I get at the when I roll initiative. I can only use it against one individual
Mm.
within 30 feet, and then it's against their will. If I succeed, then they're frightened. If they're not, it's a fun little thing I got.
Cool. Cool. So, yeah, we're gonna go ahead and do this. Quick little combat here.
What you got
Um,
about quick?
Come on. Oh.
all right.
What
First
is
up, who decide to go first?
Falco.
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 John on the deck.
Okay.
John on the deck.
As the arrow
what's the
fires in,
distance?
huh?
What's the distance between me and Lyle?
Lyle is about 20 feet or so away from you.
Perfect.
Um, and as this arrow comes in, you just get a side glance of it as the arrow splits, and as it splits, almost like a contraption, goes click, and as it does, ties shoots. This kind of almost like the sound of Dale's gun or the sound of the cannons or the black powder going up. You hear this kind of boom, and there are 8 harpoons that shoot around Slippy, and the whole arrowhead pulls her down to the ground. She cannot help you during the fight.
Rope.
Um, seems to be.
Bet. Um.
From your cursory glance.
Okay. What I'm going to do then is freak out because what the heck was that? Second is look at Slippy. Um, kind of look at Lyle. Look back at Slippy. Ah, screw it. Tap, tap rings. That's
Thank
one
you.
action.
Mm-hmm.
Grab ball. Well, you decide. Take the ring. Grab ball. Slippy in ball. You decide which
Okay.
action it's gonna take.
I'm gonna say you got one action. You tap it to bring it out. You throw it, and then if you retrieve it, then that's your turn.
Yes, we'll do that.
Okay. So you take it. Boom, it's gone. The rope net just kind of you hear this kind of sound as it tenses up, and there's nothing there. Um, you now get a better look at the strange metallic rope that is connected to all 8 of those arrowheads.
Big free action. Lala, did you make this?
Um,
That's Lyle's nickname.
um, Lyle, what?
Lala is his nickname.
Oh, Lala. Um, and he just kind of goes, "Oh, I've got a lot of tricks up my sleeve." He pulls for his reaction. He is going to take
Oh shoot!
a reaction where he pulls out this item, and he presses it, and it kind of twists. It comes out like this, and then you see it kind of spinning inside, and he's holding it in his hand. That is a reaction. That's it.
Come on, Lala, don't be like that.
It is now
On.
Don's turn.
Give me un momento.
Un momento, por favor, por favor, por favor.
Give me one act. Give me 1 second. 1 second. Um, Don, noticing that, would first action move over to him. Not drawing a weapon or anything. Second action, try to disarm whatever he just pulled out
Hmm.
from him,
Okay.
which is a athletics DC against his reflex DC.
He makes no context to try to stop you.
Uh-oh. So I just get it.
So you touch it.
Uh-oh.
That's normally how you disarm something, unless I
Don is gone. Just gone. Absolutely gone.
Bye. Smell you later, friends. Donald goes up, basically goes to grab it, touches it, and poof.
Don disappears. There is this sound of crackling almost as a beam of light, and what in between this thing is humming. And that's Don's turn.
Wait, not to cut you off. Okay, so magic can still be used inside of Vigo.
Yes.
Okay, just okay. Never mind then.
Yeah. Oh, that's
He
right.
turned
'cause
me
I
into a
told you, I'm
pickle!
an idiot. I'm
No,
an
yeah,
idiot.
but I was like, we're in the bubble, and the bubble stops.
The bubble literally just keeps things out.
Okay.
So that is
Yeah,
Don's turn.
trick.
Who's next?
This, then Lyle.
This. Okay, cool. Yeah, this is gonna be fun.
Uh-oh. But the game master's having fun, smiling.
Uh,
No
This
me
is
gusta.
bad. This is screwed.
there are no words. There's nothing of even other than that arrow. No way of knowing who or what is behind you. Gods are with me tonight.
What is it?
He shoots you with a natural 20.
Insane.
Alright. Cool. What kind of arrow is it?
Just a regular old arrow.
Oh, she going
But-
for the flesh. Okay.
Yeah. Well, I will say this. It is actually not a regular old arrow. It is a cork arrow. It does blunt damage. It does not stab you. It has a cork on the end of it, so it just hits you,
Yeah.
right? So it does blunt damage instead of like piercing, which is really good because it hits your hand. With a natural 20,
Yes.
the ring tumbles off your finger.
So she. Okay. Hold up.
He's better than you.
Hold up.
You were supposed to be the best.
You're telling
Nobody
me
believed in you.
that she shot my hand, and not just my hand, my finger, and knocked my ring off in one go.
Sure did. That is her turn though, because she takes an arrow, she aims, and then she shoots, which is very delicious. I have made her to be very hard to beat.
Beat.
So.
Let me at it. Hold me back. Hold me back. Let me at her.
Johnny's gonna get beat
We're
up twice
inside.
today.
How is she saying what I did with my fingers? How's she saying any of that? Sorry, I'm speaking out loud.
At least you're
Lyle's
still
turn.
standing.
Freaking love it. Freaking love this duo. I've been waiting for this for
Lion.
literally like 2 months, 3 months. I have made these guys. These guys are so good. You will hate them and you will love them. It's amazing. They're amazing.
Most characters.
Lyle is going to
me see.
look down at the device now after all of this commotion and goes, well, that's not supposed to be in there. Oh well. And then as the ring tumbles down, he's gonna make a move for it, although it will take him 2 actions to get there. Because he's gotta put this away that he has just activated. He gets there and picks up the ring that is his turn. This this is where you have them all?
Holla. Give him back now. Give me back my ring.
Uriah's up.
Uriah.
Hold up.
Okay. So
You know I got 2 rings on, right? Which ring did they knock off? I got a ring of
50-50
reading
it.
and a ring of
50-50 it.
ring of my catch 'em all
that's
ball.
true. He does have a ring of
I have
reading.
4 rings on.
Mm-hmm.
Which
Which
one did
which
they
one
knock
did
off?
they knocked off the ring? The catch
Man,
'em all
whatever,
ball.
bro. Whatever, man.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, you're right.
So there's no map, so I don't know. So I'm just gonna ask you.
Yes.
I'm gonna say I'm still sitting at the table.
Yes,
Like
sir.
I just watched all this happen.
Yep.
From where I'm positioned, are they like? Where are they to me?
To
20 feet
you,
away.
Lyle is actually fairly close. He's next to pretty much right next to Falco. Um, he he is 10 feet away, maybe.
Let me
Um,
ask it differently.
and then
No.
she's behind you about 30 feet away in the doorway.
Oh, she's behind me.
Yes,
Oh, you never said she was in the doorway.
I said the door
Okay,
kicked
so
open, and the arrow came in.
so he's here and she's here.
Yes, sir. You are
Oh,
flanked, my guy.
that
Yes, it
complicates
does.
things.
Yes, it
Oh,
does.
well then, that just throws that out the window. Um,
He is still he had to also Lyle is still holding the device, but he had to waste an action interacting
away.
with it. Now you didn't put it away. He had to waste an action interacting with it to keep the glow up.
Oh.
so that's 2 actions, and then for my last one, I would do that. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to cast lightning bolt on my dear friend Lyle,
Okay, go ahead and do it.
which
Roll an
is
attack.
it's a saving throw, basic reflex.
Oh, okay. Oh, reflex. Okay.
Basic reflex. Uh-oh.
Uh, 28 save. So that means he does his basic, so he does half damage. So go ahead and roll
It's
damage and half it.
Okay. Ooh. Which one's a D12 again?
The
Say again?
fat
This
D12
one?
is the weird like
It's the almost D20.
yeah.
This
The one that only goes to 12 on it, though.
Oh yeah, this
It's the
okay,
one that
I
resembles a
couldn't tell.
D20 the most.
Alright.
It's not a
Alright,
pyramid.
Yeah, I got it.
It's not a cube.
Another, okay. Halved by half, that would be 15.
15.
And
That's math.
then for my last action. No, 15 is at half.
Yeah, I still have to math.
Oh, okay. And then for my last action, I want to. I'm trying to figure out like how to imagine the room without having it.
It's a tavern. We've been
Alright.
here numerous times.
I'm just going to move so
No.
she isn't behind me, where I can see both of them.
Sure. You can spend your whole movement getting to this place. That you can see both of them. Yep. All right, who's next?
Johnny.
All right, Johnny.
Johnny's gonna duelist challenge the guy. He's basically gonna look at the guy and go, "This is gonna hurt me more than it's going to hurt you." He's gonna move over. He's gonna quick draw his short sword, and swing.
Okay, go ahead and roll.
29.
29 hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
15 points of damage.
Nice.
And so after he quick draws the short sword sits over his left shoulder. So he says that, kind of looks, you see a funny look on his face because he knows he didn't say that right, but he moves over and just pulls the short sword, hits.
As you slash, you cut through part of his gear, and it kind of falls off. He struggles to keep the item floating, and you can see there is something spinning, almost like a gyroscope inside, and he's trying to keep it level. As he kind of gives you this kind of worried look that eventually turns into anger. I say that immediately turns into anger. That's move, quick draw. You have a last one, right?
Well, no, duelist challenge,
Oh, move,
which
duelist
gives me a
challenge.
bonus. No, the duelist challenge has always got to be my opener, but that gives me a plus on my attack. It's a
Okay, cool.
it's a I get a +1 for every damage die. So instead of being a +7, it's a +9, which his duelist challenge was basically, listen, this is gonna hurt me, whether it's gonna hurt you. Then he moved to get there. Then the quick draw hit, so he's done. So now it's back to
as he struggles to keep this thing, he drops the ring. The ring bounces onto the ground. It is now Falco's turn.
My baby. I was gonna say you can't hunter's mark an inanimate object, can you?
No.
All right, fair enough.
I'm pretty sure Hunter's Mark says you designate or hunt prey.
Prey.
You designate a single creature.
Yeah, I believe you're right.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not Hunter's Mark, it's Hunt Prey and Pathfinder.
We are going to go for the ring. We're gonna go for the ring. How close is the ring to me?
You can dive on it.
Diving for it.
All right. Wham! You grab it. You're like, ha! You got it. That's one action.
All right. Will putting the ring back on count as an action?
Technically, it's a manipulate action, but if you're going to get up as well, I'll say you can put it on and get up at the same time.
Okay.
I'll give you that.
We're not gonna do that. Dive on it, put the ring on, and I'm gonna go for my horn of fog. And I'm going to use it.
Okay, so where is it?
It's just on my person. I don't know. I don't really have I have an adventurous pack, but it's just. I would say it's like on
Me and
my
Frodo.
belt.
Oh, okay.
I guess.
Okay, so if it's in your pack, you have to have two hands and you have to spend an action to retrieve it. If it's clipped on your person somewhere, if it's like like a sword on your belt, or if it's it's like slung over your shoulder or something like that, you can just use one action to grab it and blow it. I'll say for the purposes of this, yeah, you're on the ground, you're already you getting got, so you blow the horn of fog and immediately and mist fills the room.
Damn, I should have looked for a window before I did this. We are going to. I've been to this place before. We're going to run upstairs. Like get up. Well, I have to get up, and that probably my last action. But
No, that was your last action was blowing the horn. Oh no, you're right. No, I'm sorry. You dove on it. You said you weren't gonna try to put it on and get up. You're literally on the ground. You blow the horn.
He's army
and
crawling.
then you get up.
yeah.
All right.
I'll probably crawling to the.
All right. So you can crawl 5 feet while you're prone.
Okay.
So you can move just a little bit, just out of the way, so you don't trigger any attacks of opportunity or anything like that.
Yeah, we can go like underneath the table or something, because I know, as an archer, you'll be able to sleep. So.
All right. Cool. Next.
And Lyle.
Next is Don, who is no longer with us.
Well, we know it at least can hold people. This one's cool.
Hi.
Bro.
Well, that's a normal fight then.
Actually, I do want to do this with Don. Don,
You cast
as
those
you go to
first.
grab him, there is a brilliant blue flash, and in this brilliant blue flash, you look around, and now all of a sudden you are in some sort of jungle-like area. You can look into the distance, and in the distance there is this bright baby blue light that almost sets up a wall that maybe a couple 100 yards in the distance from you. You turn around and you see another one several 100 yards away, and another one. You're in some sort of box that is a jungle in here, and in this box, as you kind of wake up and you're like, what the heck just happened? A moment passes, and then everything shifts, everything moves, and you go flying, and you tumble into the grass. And as you tumble into the grass,